Hey, what's up, y'all? It's been a little minute. Getting back to the basics. I'm trying to feed everybody, all the listeners and viewers, something. If it's not me, it's something. Some type of promotion, and everything. Right now, we got a Big Grizz. He doing numbers right now, breaking records on the channel. Right now, last I checked, it was over 200, well over 200 listens and likes and subscriptions. It's on grind. You know, and it just makes so much sense. So, but just know we always here. We always stay busy and stuff. And for all y'all faithful subscribers and listeners and viewers, we got y'all. We always try to keep y'all in the loop and keep y'all going. Have something for y'all going. Um, my apologies, y'all know life happens. And you got to get to the money first.
Absolutely. I missed y'all though, for real. Miss being on here and encouraging people and talking about everyday stuff that sometimes just happens.
Something wasn't right with me. I just felt something in my soul. Like I just need to at least, elevate
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. I had to get grounded again too though. Like, you know, life progresses and sometimes your checklist and your to-do list changes. It gets heavier. It gets lighter sometimes. But just
I
gotta
absolutely,
adjust.
I absolutely agree on that. And checklists and stuff always change, especially if you want to be successful. You got to be on the move. You got to be proactive, not reactive. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the way things happen in life. If you want to be successful, then that's what it is. And I'm gonna say this for this segment. I'm gonna ask what I learned this week. I seen multiple miracles this week. And Ash, I want you to elaborate on a certain topic because you made Dean's list. What did it take?
A lot of dedication and being consistent and not bullshitting, man. Getting it done, putting your best foot forward.
Absolutely. And that's the only way you can get ahead. And I'm not gonna lie, I've seen famine, I've seen doom, I've seen everything. That's why I say I witnessed multiple miracles this week. When I say that, miracles. Never seen it before, but I believe.
Yep,
I was making effort. I was making effort. Seemed just because I gotta keep moving, but it paid off.
that's what's up. That's what it's all worth. That's what it's about. The long run. Sometimes we don't see it right away, but telling you, it definitely pays off in the
And
end.
it does. It does.
Yeah.
And then, man, I think I was kind of carried through this week. I promise you, I can almost clearly say I was carried through this week like blessings. When I thought I was done, some just said, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. It happened.
Yes, yes. And it seemed like, things came your way to get you off track too, but it was still like, keep going, Ash, keep going. Like, you didn't come this far. Like that song, it sounds so cliche, but you didn't come this far just to give up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because, it was in the back of my mind, fuck this shit. Back in my mind, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep going just to save faith, though, just because I'm not that type of person.
Yep.
And it fell through. And what that did for me was push me to even be more greater, though. Because my toughest time isn't I'm in battle with myself. I found that out within my own self. It didn't take nobody to tell me. Well, it took a few people to tell me that. It was
But when they
different.
told me, I wasn't listening though. Like I didn't understand what they meant when they said it. Like now I understand what they said. Like I understand it for myself though, like
It's no better feeling, no better understanding.
yeah. But
But yeah, man. I mean, if I explained it, it would not. It would seem like it would be a miracle, literally. Like it would be like how. Like when I start off the story, everybody like, oh, that's messed up. No, it's not. We got through it.
Right.
And then that showed me a lot of things about people too, like what they how they believe in you. They assume the worst,
Yep.
and I'm not going to be over the top about any success because there's a lot more to do. It's just a hurdle. I mean, honestly, I won't feel like I'm the best at anything until everything is said and done. When is everything said and done? When you land in the ground,
Yep. You'll never even know when
you never
they'll
know.
never even know. So you'll still be dying, trying for real.
Yeah, you know what I mean, because the whole point of life is to learn and live and keep going.
Yep.
And I was gonna make an episode and call it "What Did I Learn Today?" But I thought about it like, damn, I have to do an episode every day of the week because what did I learn this week at the end of the day?
Right.
Because you're not living if you don't learn every day.
Right. Living is about learning. I mean, living is learning. Like I put on my calendar, like learn something new, teach yourself something new. And usually you don't have to do that by,
Other people are the best teachers, good and bad.
yep, yep.
So I say that to say this: we don't have enemies, we have teachers.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, it's ways to get around things, it's ways to go through things. It's just knowing the difference.
Yep.
And another thing, we all heavy on ourselves. I noticed that. I know I'm heavy on myself. It doesn't take somebody else to be down my throat or on my ass about shit. Pause. But still,
Yep.
know, it takes me to know, like, damn, one good teacher will teach you a million things, and another good teacher will teach you how to teach yourself. Be self
As
sufficient.
long as you're teachable, as long as you're teachable though, you will thrive. It's when you become one of those people who know it all and have an answer for everything, you know, things, you're not gonna thrive. Like you're gonna be stagnant. You don't wanna do that. Like,
And then you got to remember, there's people out there that don't want to see you successful as it is anyway. So your major high point is their minimal. But you have to remember, y'all live two different lives. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like, they more than likely they're not doing shit, but have time to sit and critique. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And that's the main thing. If you got time to sit and talk about and observe and this and that, and it's not your job to do that, you got too much time on your hands.
Yep.
Yeah. I learned a lot this week, but at the same time, I learned a lot about me this week. And that's what's more important because, especially in being a leader, you're
That's
the,
growth.
you're the first part of the team, your strongest link, but then it breaks down to I'm only as good as the weakest link. It affects you differently in how you teach and how you profess and how you mold people into who they're supposed to be and what role they're supposed to play. And people have to remember that because when it comes down to it, I'm not in a position to place blame on somebody. I'm only in a position to hold somebody accountable. That's it. I can't be, well, why we didn't listen because such and such. I don't have fingers for that.
Hmm.
My fingers aren't made for that. My fingers are to point people in the right direction and follow up. That's it. I could never say out my mouth, I did my part. Because obviously, if we fail on any situation, I didn't do my part. Whether it's
Right.
holding somebody accountable or whether it's just this, like doing my part as a leader. But enough about how I feel about the situation. How do you feel about, like, you being in a dark place and getting out of there and then realizing, like, the moments that we cherish and we should cherish? How does that make you feel about going forward with progress, because I honestly feel like it's very important, those moments. I take mental inventory and mental notes about certain things like that. It helps.
Yeah, so do I, but I feel like for me, I'm a worker through my pain, I guess. So like even still when I'm thinking about the dark or I'm in a dark spot, I'm still even when I'm in a dark spot, I'm not thinking that I'm in a dark spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my mind out of the dark spot first so that I can, prevail from whatever situation it may be. So with that being said, like um I just I have to I lost my whole train of thought.
It's okay. We do that
Because
because
when you're in a dark spot is usually causing you some pain, right? So I work through my pain. So for me, I just work harder. Working harder would make it an opportunity um, for me to make up whatever it was or redo or rekindle or I don't know, because whether it be working hard on yourself, you're still learning and growing, that's still worth and value, or you're working, at your job, that's, your money. So no matter what, whatever you're working hard at through the pain, you're gonna gain something to make whatever it is better. That's how I think about it.
well,
And it does, I mean,
3 years ago, I did not believe that, but you're absolutely correct.
but with all that being said, though, you always have to remember you can't change the past. Excuse me. What's done is already done. You got to be good with with what it is. And if it occurs again, then you got the opportunity to do better. We're learning. You know what I mean? Excuse
And it's
me.
crazy though, like when it reoccurs, when it happens again, we jump into that suit of when we learn something, we know,
Mhm.
and it works for us, knowing not to go back down the same trail or whatever. I mean, hopelessness is hopelessness. That's something that's in you to get through.
Yep. Yep.
But like I said, 3 years ago, I wouldn't have believed nothing you said. It was the end of my world, and I had to go through what I had to go through to sit here and vouch for you, what you're saying, and sit here and say the same thing. And people make jokes and everything, but when people say God is good, how often is He good? All the time.
All the time. All
People
the
won't,
time.
people won't give that notation up though. Like, and then and it's a seed that's actually planted that people try to do the negativity thing. Oh well, this is why this is why that. Your mind is where you are, not your environment.
Right.
You know, and if it helps you in your best interest, your mind is going to take you out of that bad environment. It's going to help you maintain until you can, though. And if that's what you need to do. Like certain people cut different. Some people stay in the same environment and turn out being a gym, helping the other people around them in that environment. Hats off to them. You
Right.
know? But I'm saying like I'm not the type. I wasn't the type to be somewhere and try to change what my environment. I had to leave out of my environment to change. But to each their own. Everybody has their own calling.
Yep. I mean, it's all about what somebody has been exposed to.
Absolutely.
Um, and it's unfortunate because some people have been exposed to a lot, you know, or more than what some others have been exposed to. But that's really the secret to it. It's just exposure. It's the hungriness of wanting to fill your mind with new things and learn new things and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then that's something that can't be taught. There has to be a drive. I feel personal. Because if you want something bad enough, instinct will kick in. And that instinct is a motherfucker. Because, I can't, like, if I'm teaching you, showing you something that you say you want, I can't make you want it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, Not to get off subject, but you showed me a few things that and how to go about doing them. I can't really deny it not being successful. The things you showed me. So with that being said, that's flowers to you. When things don't go bad, like remember,
Thanks, man.
it doesn't. It's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the end of the world. It's just me following your direction. Remember, when you got somebody to follow your direction, that's all you need. Simple direction too. It's not really. It's not trigonometry. It's not anything. And a light went off in my head. I think we like-minded, so a light bulb went off too. So I was like, "Oh, how the hell did I think about that?" But we followed through on it, and there's some crazy stuff. There's some magical stuff though, like this. Yeah. So
Yep.
I'm just trying to be consistent. That's what it's all about. And forever. It doesn't take a dime to check in on each other and stuff, and we do that. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and I think that's great for the simple fact, like it boosts morale. We go through a lot. We deal with a lot.
Yes. Yes.
And
That is so true.
also, I want to thank you for staying on board with me because just so happened we both been having some crazy weeks going, some crazy weeks. So when
Yeah. I
we
think we were trying to like get together like every day at
literally,
one point.
literally, yes, yes, we're catching each
It
other at
is.
different times and stuff like that, and then you know it's crazy.
But that's the representation of the struggle though, for real. You can flip that. Sometimes things that you want really bad, like sometimes it just don't happen that way. You might really want it to happen, but it just be out your reach. And to go to your first topic, what have I learned this week? I've learned for real, that I don't really want to deal with a lot of people in my personal space, like, or not even in my personal space, but like, I don't want to have that many dealings with human beings for real, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy. Right
Well,
now,
the thing
it's
is,
it's so crazy.
right now, this is my personal space right here. At this moment, this is my personal space. No one is ever here but me. When I need to be
Yeah,
alone, this is where I'm at.
yeah. I mean,
And then
I'm,
that's
I
children
mean, like,
included too.
I told you about the decision I made, but I had to have like dealings with people in positions that they thought, or yeah, that they thought were more inferior than me. I'm the customer for real. I'm the parent. You know what I'm saying? I know how this whole game go. You know what I'm saying? And this whole building, you know? But so many times I got treated like I was the sister, of the child, or it's just crazy. But I just don't understand. I just feel this week that
At the same
I
time, you look like
really
you
have
could
to.
be the sister of one of your kids. So that's a blessing.
But if I'm telling you that, that's not the case, then I still don't need you looking at me sideways and speaking to me sideways either,
Because they don't,
like, come
well,
on,
you're
not in
right.
front of my kid.
You're right. You're right. You're
Because
right.
at the end of the day, I am the parent. You know what I'm saying? So it just don't, yeah, I don't know. But long story short, you gotta take that stuff with like uh
Grain of salt.
a grain of salt, man, because sometimes I feel like too, it be like setups for you in life. So when you go out here and you deal with these people, it's a little setup, a test. See what you gonna do.
You know that already. But you know
I'm
what though?
reminded now because, I decided to play the game, but uh I was not prepared. I was prepared for people to be welcoming, helpful.
Never works like that.
No.
Never, ever, ever,
I'm
ever,
like,
ever.
okay, all right. But it's all good though, because we got the job done and hey.
Affirmative, affirmative. And then we do it when we can. Tuesday, I might have a chance to actually do something live. So with that being said, though, it's always great connecting. Finally, we had to get the
Yes,
people,
definitely.
give the people something. I think we covered a lot of good bases that people can go back and reflect on. Um, I'm gonna end this one right now, and it's always amazing. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
And
God for peace, love,
and
and
don't forget
happiness,
about mental health.
the mental health.
This is amazing. I'm gonna chop this up. Every subscriber, thank y'all. Y'all been doing the most for us, so we got to keep pushing for y'all. All right.
Absolutely.
So peace, love, mental health.